This is very, 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 very sus. All right, guys. This is very, very, very well. Just get ready because I just posted a video, but I'm actually going to be doing an update on the thumbnail. Bear with me, but things are just literally getting out of hand right now. Big time. But it was funny earlier. It was so funny earlier. It was so funny earlier. I mean, like, my mind is just going berserk right now. I mean, like, it is going berserk. I can't believe it's only 8:10, but still. Oh yeah. Okay, I just wanted to see if anybody joins, but oh, there's one person. But so just letting you guys know that another video is being uploaded right now, but it's actually what happened earlier, and it was crazy. It was crazy earlier. I literally got confronted, or should I say, how should I say it? So there was this is my first time encountering, but also got confronted by an OnlyFans girl that was in the gym. We never had that incident until now. But it was crazy. It was crazy as hell. But there's guys in there that were actually my witness. They were the witnesses, but how should I say it? I mean, it was just like, hey guys, but it was crazy. Yeah. So I am going to tell the full story, but my video is being uploaded right now. But maybe I'll give you a little bit of a backup, or like a, what do you call it? A heads up, just a little. I'll give you a little sneak peek. So, I was just focusing on leg and back for today. And, there was this girl. She was like a little chubby, but not too chubby, but she was like, like with this black hair. She had black hair, and then all of a sudden she had like dumbbells, like both of them, and she was like in this it was downstairs. She had dumbbells, she had a Rogue 10-pound plate, she had medicine ball, she had all that kinds of stuff, but then she had a little tripod and stuff. But instead of her working out, she had like a what do you call it? She had the weights like this, and then she was actually doing the splits, and she was coming down, if you know what I mean. But the way she dressed, like she came in with her t-shirt, but when she took it off, her sports bra was literally this tiny, to where you can almost see her fucking breast, her fucking like tits. And then she had her freaking ass crack literally up to where her tailbone is at. And she dressed like that, but she was wearing like a big, huge, baggy shirt, like a 3 or 4XL, like all the way down here. Like literally, the shirt was all the way up to her knees. And then when she took off her shirt, everything started showing and all that kinds of stuff. And then all the guys, including me, were looking like, what the hell is she doing? So then, yeah, so then all of a sudden she came, and then afterwards I put the weights away. She starts confronting me like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" I took off my headphones and stuff, and then I was like, I was like, "What do you mean? Can I help you? Can I help you with what?" And she's like, "Yeah, can I help you?" And then I was like, I was confused because I don't know, I don't even know what's up, except I know what she was doing, which is very disturbing. So then that's when well, she's like, why are you staring at me? Like, why are you doing that? I don't like it when you do that, like pervert. And she called me pervert and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I asked her why are you dressed like that? But before I even said that, like the way you like, even though I didn't tell her that, but this is what I told her, like like for what you're acting like right now, people like you shouldn't even be at the gym. And plus, I already know. And this is what I wasn't hesitated to tell her this. I told her, you know what, you look like you have 50 cocks in your mouth, so don't justify what I'm trying to tell you. And then that's when she flipped the bird at me like this, and then that's when I left and started laughing. And I'm just like, that's when I was putting the mats away and stuff. But I just told you the full story, but with going with from small to the bottom for what I remember. But that's basically it. But it was crazy. I got confronted. Ay, ay, ay. It was crazy. So, even though that she had it probably recorded, and I know she did, but guess what? If she posts me online, there's nothing, and nobody's even going to see me staring at her or whatever, or anybody staring at her. I think she's just doing that for attention, because here's why. We already know OnlyFans women out there. No, I literally told her off. Yeah, I did. So I'm just like people like you shouldn't even be at the gym like this. I'm here to motivate myself. Well, discipline first and motivation. I'm here to get better. I'm going to put it that way. I'm here to get better. I'm here to make sure, like, because I'm going through a lot of shit right now. So I'm literally trying to get myself better. Well, not trying, but I am getting myself better at the gym. But it's just, I'm trying to recover from all this bullshit and stuff. But, like I said, I'm just going through a hard time right now. But it was just crazy, though. See, this is why the generation we live in today is just stupid. Um, to be honest, no. But at the same time, I'm still hitting the gym. I mean, like, but I just don't give a shit what people say anymore. But there's a video being uploaded right now on my channel, but I am just letting you guys. I'm letting you guys know what happened earlier with an encounter with an OF girl. If you guys, or some of you that came in OF, which stands for OnlyFans. So and she was like recording her content in there and stuff, and I'm just like, the guys were looking at her. There's like 20 guys in there, including my former teacher. And then all of a sudden, she's like, yeah, yeah. So I'm just like, well, I was like, that's an OnlyFans. And all of a sudden, the guys were asking me like, do you know that girl? I'm like, no. The only thing I do know is that she's an OnlyFan. And look at her, and then we're all witnessing her like recording content, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Yep, that's an OnlyFan." See, where I come from, I know what's up. You don't even have to say anything. your action speaks louder than words. That's where I can see. And remember, like I explained earlier, the body language, which is the face, your eyebrows, the mouth, says it all. It says it all. So yeah. Oh, I gotta start cleaning this. Hold on. It's all dusty. Well, I was out and about earlier. I was out in the dirt. But I did not know you could take this off, but yeah. Wait, is that camera? Okay, I was like, why is the phone moving? Well, I rather keep this on here so it wouldn't get scratched. That's why. So I think I'm just gonna keep it on there for a reason. Did I have it like this? Oh, no, I had it the other way. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just going to keep this on here, but still. I just want to make sure that I have everything locked. Make sure. Oh, did I put it? Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Just want to make sure nothing moves. Nothing moves. Okay. You too. All right. Like I said, I haven't been out and about for about a year, so I haven't been to bars. I haven't been to, you know, what do you call it? I never been out except for maybe, like I said, just working with clients and stuff, and that's it. And they'll just take me to where they want me to take, like this videography and stuff, or photography. But when it comes to chilling during the weekend, guys, I have not been out for a year already. For about a year. It's been since July. I didn't go to bars. I didn't go to meet people, none of that. But at the same time, the only place, like I said, that I've been only going out is just work and going to the gym. But yeah. But I'd never been out like weekend. It's been a year. Because I don't have my vehicle. I don't even have my truck. So I'm basically, well, they say carless. I have no vehicle. I don't know. But I gotta go, you guys. But actually, what time is it? Oh no, I still got time. Never mind. I still got time. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta go, because usually I would go to bed around like at 9 or 10 o'clock. But somebody asked about the bruise. Oh, this right here, the bruise, that was from me. Oh no, it's just the dumbbells. They were just bumping into my what do you call it? My wrist right here. Just bumping. Because I was doing a one arm hand clean. I was doing a one arm hand clean like every powerlifter does. So what are you guys doing during the weekend? Because like I said, I really want to go out during the weekends, but it's been a year since I've been out. It's been a year since I've been out in public. Well, besides, like I said, what do you mean transition to what? What do you mean by transition? Yeah, I know, but what do you mean by transition? No, you're avoiding my question. Well, my family's disregarding me, so there's no way I can go out. I can't. I don't have a vehicle. I mean, how should I say it? I've been driving since when I was 16. See, got my license. See, right here. Got my license. But I don't have a vehicle. So I haven't been out in public for a year. Yeah, I haven't been out in public in a year. About close to a year since July. But it's already going to be July pretty soon after June hits. And summer's already around the corner. I can't believe it. We're already almost halfway through the year. I'm telling you, years go by too quickly. How do you? I don't want to break this cup. Yeah, see, nobody. See, these are so light, but at the same time, they're not like the way they made like they're used to. Yeah, kinda, but we're almost halfway through the year. This is actually much heavier than this because this is a 1989 Don't Mess with Texas cup. But yeah. Guys, what do you think? Should I leave this hair growing a little more? And then once I get a haircut, do you want me to like style it? Because the way I cut my hair is I keep it like maybe puffed up right here a little bit, like up, and then and I curl it this way, and then I have a line right here. I always have a. That's exactly how I have my hair. But yeah. And then I got to do another beard trim again because look, you see all that spiking up, and then all this is starting to spread out. I gotta trim the bottom right here. I gotta trim this part. I gotta trim around it. I gotta come here. I gotta come here. I gotta come there. And this is starting to grow. Everything's starting to grow. Yeah, because the style that I'm going back to right now is this. As you can see, I'm letting it grow, and then I'm trying to do a lineup so you can actually view it even more. So that's what I'm going back to again, like I did before when I was in when I started college. But yeah. So I was thinking what was it? Sorry, this is what I do. I get Tourette's. Where? Oh, look! I found these lids. Let's see if you guys can see closer. You can see kind of over there. See, you can see closer. But here, what I'm trying to do is like, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna put the lens through here, wherever it's showing, whatever it's showing. Where is it? Oh, right there. But it does not do a good job. That's the thing, because these things suck. Yeah, these lenses, yeah, they suck. I don't know who gave it to me, but still. I don't even know who gave it to me, but all I know is just I just got these and they just gave it to me, and I think this represents focus right here. Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah, this represents focus and stuff, but this piece of shit doesn't even work. It is a 20 to 40 millimeter, so it's a 3 millimeter. It's a 3 meter 10, but pretty small for something like that. But yeah, eventually. But above all that, like I said, this is why I stay away from women, because what happened earlier. You know, this is the generation that we live in today, you guys. Society is not the way it is like it was before. Technology is everybody's mom and dad. You know, they have no parents. They don't like parents. They don't like anything. And that's the way that this world is today. But you know what? I'm not getting young, you know. I'm getting old. I am this close to hitting 30 within 2 years. Yeah, I know, but I've done that before. I've done that, but they take it personally. They don't like compliments. You can't compliment women anymore, so you know what I do? I just leave it alone and I don't say anything at all. I don't. I don't say anything at all. And this generation is something else. And what's crazy is people my age, maybe a little bit younger, or maybe over, is actually falling for this generation the way it is today. That's what's sad about it too, you know? There's hardly even anybody out there. And you know what? I am so glad, like I mentioned to you guys before, I am so glad that I was one of the last generations to ever, and I mean ever, experience no technology. Because we had no technology, and I'm glad I was born as a 90s boy. Because we never had anything like this before at all. I mean, it's great, but you know, they're trying to rush everything from point A to point B, and what else? I don't know. You guys, yeah, it does. It does screw us over from some aspects and stuff. It does. And in this generation, I don't blame the children. I don't blame the kids or teenagers the way they are today. You know who's to blame, right? You should already know. Not them who blame. It's the parents. Thank you. You got to always blame the parents because they don't look after their kids like they used to. They just would rather go clubbing. They'll rather go, look for a man over money. Or now this generation now is just they do 10 years or older age gap instead of maybe 3 years older than you or maybe 3 years younger than you. Now the age gap is from 10 above. So yeah, that's what you see today. That's what you see today. And what's crazy is you can see maybe a 24-year-old dating a 45-year-old. Yeah, and technology is a waste of life. I rather do things physically than rather being on here all the time. I mean, I go and walk Stitch, my boy. I walk him. But am I on technology all the time? Well, only if I really like, just for entertainment, but I don't like being on social media platforms all the time because I got rid of I didn't get rid of it, but I disabled my social media platforms because the way the media is. And I got to tell you something. It's not the same anymore. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think that because how should I say it? There was this teacher, I don't know, but it was all over the news. She quit her job because the way the kids are, they say stuff to her. You know, dude, if they were my kids, mm-mm, they're gonna see how we handle things, how our parents handled us back then. Because one, I will not tolerate that, and two, and if they say, "Oh, that's abuse," no, it's not. What you did was wrong, and you know, I'm not gonna go easy on my kids. But even though they're just kids, we know that, of course, yeah. Even my parents knows that we were just kids back then. We do some stupid shit like that. We do all that kind of stuff. But you know, that's what's hurting us today. Yeah, they don't even know what respect is anymore. They don't. So I'm just like, eh. But even though, like I said, it's sad that I was forced isolated by my mom, and I never got to experience the generation of growing up, making friends and stuff, and you know, I never got the chance. But I think what does matter though is I got to spend time with my dad once more, 3.5 years. But even though I don't have no friends still, nobody, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That talk that I had with the former therapist across the street, he just says you have to live with it. Because the more you live with it, you're gonna get yourself better. Because like I said, I always wanted kids in my life. I did. Or not I did. I do. I still do. I do want someone in my life, but this generation, like I said, not to be a bitch about it, but I'm just telling you the truth. Like, look what's happening right now. You can't even meet good people anymore. It's done. All they're looking for, all women are looking for in a guy is just nothing but money. Not so they're more like modern women versus what was it? They just explained it to or they just explained it. He explained it. Traditional women. There we go. Traditional. Modern women just say they'll rather not work. They'll rather look for a man who has something, but then yet doesn't really think about their parents as much, but kind of does, but really they don't. They rather be like, oh, I don't need a man in my life. I don't need this in my life. I don't need nothing in my life. But then they claim that they're actually better than men, but really, wait a minute. Us men build things. Us men even make things. We manufacture things. We do all these kinds of things. Do women build it? I don't think so. As long as you had a father who trained you, yeah, I could see that. I can see a man training a woman to build things. Yeah, that's number one thing, but I'm talking about in general. Us men, all these things that we see on the internet is made by man. Everything here is made by man. Yeah, exactly. All they ever want is just money. That's all they ever want is just money, 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 money. I don't want to be with someone like that. You know? I don't. I don't want to be with somebody like that. And then now look at you're getting these Omegle monkey, talking to strangers, but then yet little kids are on there and their parents are not even watching. I have the monkey app and I actually have a subscription for 1 week. That's it. But I canceled it because I wanted to see what it was. But I mean, it is crazy. Black women, young women that are like under the age of 18 or maybe a little older, but they're not looking for traditional guys like me. They're looking for modern guys who they want to play and fuck around with. That's what they want. I just witnessed, I just witnessed it. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know? There's a difference between loving that person and loving that person for something else. What are you really there for? Like, what does he do for you? Or what does she do for you? You know? That's the question I would ask. Where I come from, I want to be loyal, honest, and, Everybody's scared of everything, but I don't want to be afraid of everything. Okay? Look, I'm being honest with myself right now. I'm the kind of guy who gets pissed off very easy, but when I get really to the point where I just like gonna explode, this is what I do. And I've learned this by my dad. He told me, you get your ass outside, go take a walk, and don't take out your anger on here in this household ever. Go out, go for a walk, listen to music. If you're going to be angry like that, and that's what he told me. And also, what he told me is if you're that sad or if you're going through a lot, either come talk to me, or if you don't want to be talked to, that's fine. But all I know is that I will talk to you. That's what I miss about my dad. My dad was loyal to me. He was a man of honor. He was a man who knew what he was doing because he knew he went through what I went through. And I know I get mad sometimes, but you know what? And you know what? Sorry, guys. Again, I really miss my dad so much. He was a man of his word. He was. I'll never forget what he did back then when I was a kid, because I've been taken away from him for 13 years and forced isolated by my mom for 21 years, which is basically until I hit 21 when I had enough. But even though I'll still remember, I won't forget it, but I will always leave that behind me and don't think about it as much. And that's what my dad told me. Just leave it alone. And that's what I remember. And you know what? He did forgive my mom. Because my dad did not want me to talk bad about her so much. Because that's not what God wants. And that's exactly what I was taught with my dad. Oh my gosh, guys, if you talk to my dad, you would probably not want to leave. You would probably want to stay and chat with him. Let's just say that. This man was an extrovert, big time. It's almost 5 years now since he's gone. So you know what? I need to get a vehicle bad. I need a vehicle like now, because I'm sick and tired of staying here more often and going out and getting jobs done for like, that's the only way I can get out, you know? Oh, he was a great man. He was. But I still forgive my mom for what she did all these years to me, and even though she lied to me about my dad, which means he didn't do, she took me away from him. We both had custody for each us kids when we were kids back then. It was a court order. We both had custody, and I saw the paperwork and stuff. But actually, I have the paperwork with me right now. But I'm keeping it as evidence. And I'm not going to let it go, because I'm going to keep it in a safe where nobody can look at it except for me, my sister, I know my brother, my third oldest sibling, doesn't want to look at it. He still believes that my dad molested us and stuff, but no, he did not. My brother was the only one who never got to see my dad. And that was the sad part. That was the saddest part. He never got to see my dad. He did go to the hospital that one night when my dad was dying. That's the only way he communicated with him, because nobody can get in during COVID. My mom is a freaking narcissist. She's a narcissist. And I have so much brain cells right now that I do not even act like her. I don't even want to be like her. I'm a man that believes that a man should be with a woman. I believe that no matter what happens, I can't depend on anybody except for one man and one man only. And that's Christ. King of all kings and Lord of lords. Jehovah. Yahweh. He's the way, the truth, and the life. He's the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first, the last, the Prince of Peace. And you know what? While we're grown-ups, this is exactly what we have to experience. We have to. Because if we don't see it, why do you think we're struggling? I can't do this without God. And I know my mom still may be acting the way she is today, but I'm not going to hold a grudge against her. That's not my dad. My dad would not want that. He would not want that at all. Oh, yeah. Well, what time is it? Okay. Oh, boy. Well, I am hungry. I didn't eat dinner, so here, while I'm on here, I'm gonna warm up something because I cooked something last night. I cooked some chicken and rice. And then, of course, I have to wash the sheets and stuff. I gotta do some more laundry pretty soon. And errands and stuff. I'll do it tomorrow, but like I said, I need a vehicle big time. I need a vehicle. But yeah. Just thinking about my dad all the time too. You know, I'm sorry guys, I'm just zoning out right now again. I'm just in my zone right now, thinking about him right now. I had a license but no vehicle when I was 16, which is weird. Even though I was able to drive my brother's car, still. But the only thing is, I never got to drive as much. But ever since I hit 21, came back to my dad, I was driving the PT Cruiser at that time, so I had a vehicle. Until the day it gave up on me, and yeah, it's already junked. I still have the keys with me, but I don't even think I have the keys. I don't know where it's at, but still. The PT Cruiser's now gone, but it was good driving a PT Cruiser. And then, of course, I got to drive my brother's Eddie, the Bronco that, you know, what do you call it? It was the Eddie. It was a 1989 Ford Bronco, but it was good. It was really good to drive. I mean, it was my first time driving that Bronco because I told my dad I wanted to try that Bronco out, and then I got to. It felt good, even though it was small. Like, just like how Broncos are today. It's like still considered, but it's just like different. But the what do you call it? I'm trying to remember. What was it? Oh, of course, the crash happened. I almost lost two of my brothers. Now Eddie's gone. Can't. It's not drivable anymore. We had that for 35 years. I dropped off my truck. Well, it was my dad's truck though, but he gave it to me. He wanted to give it to me anyway, so he was going to get himself a new vehicle. But when COVID hit, it killed him. But yeah. So he said the truck is mainly mine, but it's being used over there in Fort Worth by my brother. It's been about a year already since I haven't had a vehicle. Thank you, but I don't know anything about a woman because, like I said, it can't happen because maybe God just doesn't want me to even date at all because maybe He's doing it just to protect me. You know, because there's these dreams that I keep having for years, and it keeps happening the same. Because these dreams that I keep having, it's just people just like run away from me and stuff, and I'm pretty much trying to get closer to people, but people just keep walking away from me or running away from me. I keep having those dreams all the time, but it's been that way for years. But yeah. Anyways, I don't think a woman is exactly for me because, like I said, no one will understand me. No one's gonna even want to talk to me just because, I have no social skill. But the only thing I do trust that if God doesn't want me to have anybody in my life, but then I had to live my life abundantly alone, well, I can't turn back from that because what if that's actually the plan? I think God knows what I really feel and what I'm actually going through. Maybe He just doesn't want me to date at all. Like, not even at all. Not even during my lifetime. Until the day I die. Because I'm thinking He's doing that so He can protect me. But I will trust His plan for what He wants me to do in life. And like I said, even if it means me not having anybody in my life, And if God wants that, and if God says it's supposed to be like that, then it has to be. It has to be. Maybe that's why he's doing it, to protect me. So, yeah. Do you guys have anything else to say? Anything, like any words before I get off of this get off of this? But yeah. So I believe my video is almost uploaded, or I think it is uploaded already. I'll check it out, but yeah, so I better get going. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this, guys. So just watch the video, okay? Because you guys are gonna be shocked for what just happened earlier. But it's crazy. Like I said, I've never encountered an OnlyFan like that until now. It is crazy. All right. Anyways, I gotta go. Have a good weekend, guys. So yeah, you too. Have a good night.